Hey everybody, so this is our daily astrology forecast, and I'm in Vancouver today at my ex-husband's house visiting my children, and it is cold as a bone up here from what I'm used to, so I'm staying inside today. And I thought I would pull a couple of cards to describe the day's energies, and I think I will start doing this regularly. So I have a couple of cards here, and we'll talk about it as it relates to the astrology forecast as we get going here. So a couple of things going on. Moon came into Pisces very early this morning, and we have a day leading up to the full moon tomorrow where we are getting more in touch with our inner world and with our sensitivities. This is going to contribute to the difficulties that are involved with the opposition from Venus to Chiron today. So this brings up whatever is unhealed, whatever we struggle with related to self-esteem and to our assessment of what we have to offer and what we have chosen for ourselves out of wounding or not being completely aware of or in tune with what we deserve. So we're looking at how have we settled in relationships, friendships, and financial matters. How have we settled? Because we were not accepting of all that we deserve. Because if we do choose out of ease, if we choose the low-hanging fruit that gives us the short-term payoffs that we're looking for, if we're choosing that, that will always backfire. It will always end up in a situation where there's lack and where we are resentful of what it is that we have settled for. So we're looking at what is truly, truly leading us to a place of internal and spiritual connection coming up to this full moon here with the moon in Pisces today. And then this very pertinent lesson here. It's also a part of that full moon between Venus and Chiron. How can I improve myself? How can I develop the kind of self-concept, the kind of self-appreciation, the kind of self-esteem that allows me to feel confident in a relationship that I really choose because it is something that offers me a completeness of experience or expression. It is not just in service to what is unhealed, to what I am not confident in, to what I think I might lose. So much of the time we will settle in life with jobs, with opportunities, with relationships, with friendships. We will settle for what we think we can't lose. Even though it might not be what we want or it only has part of what we want, if we're choosing it because we're afraid that we can't keep what we really want, so we've chosen something else that fills us up to some degree, we're robbing ourselves of completeness of experience because we're giving in to fear. And we look at that strongly today. How am I robbing myself of a fullness of love, a fullness of abundance, a fullness of experience? Because I'm choosing what's easy and what I can't lose. So if we address some of these things in our life that are putting us in a position to hook up with, to choose, to commit ourselves to invest in what is less than we deserve, if we really look at those pieces, if we heal those specific concepts within ourselves, those belief systems, we can have an experience of full love, of having a full meal. If we've chosen scraps, if we give scraps, if we don't expect that life should provide a banquet, if we ourselves do not provide a fullness, do not give, do not provide, do not give the cornucopia of what we have to offer, this is the epiphany that we come to here about selfishness and stinginess and choosing low-hanging fruit, what's easy, what can't leave us, what clings to us, rather than asks us to level up. This is when we experience the epiphany that leads to the detaching or the failure the detaching as a result of the failure to find, to attract, to commit ourselves to keep what it is that we thought was going to feed us and fill us completely. We see that it can't. So there is a pulling back from what we've over committed to and over invested in to avoid loss. There is a nice trine going on from the moon to Mars today that can encourage us to act in such a way that we have compassion and assertion, compassion and sovereignty at the same time. We are not being cruel to further our personal goals. We're including empathy in how we assert ourselves, in how we reclaim our individuality, our sovereignty, how we reclaim our self-esteem. So it's an interesting day because we do have this regret lingering in the air. But it's regret related to what we've chosen for ourselves. It wasn't good enough. And if there's something in your life that you feel like you're hanging on to because you're afraid that if you reach for something greater, you may have to grow. You may have to grow to get it. Mars can give us that little bit of confidence that we need to position ourselves so we can have a much, much better experience of love and of abundance. We can rescue ourselves from choices that are beneath us. So this can help us regain balance in relationships with people, money, friendships. This can help us to pull back from the brink of selling ourselves short and get a better experience of what we deserve. So these are the two cards I pulled today that flew out of the deck, both in the inverse. This is my learning deck, so you can see what they say. It helps my audience to learn the cards if I use ones that clearly explain what they mean. Two of Cups in the inverse, Four of Pentacles in the inverse. So we're looking at imbalances in relationships. Have we broken promises? Have we broken momentum? And dealing with financial insecurity. How have we been greedy? How have we wanted something now? How have we been acting out of a poverty mentality, like there's not enough, or I have to have this now? Or how have we been getting in our own way when it comes to our abundance? These are cards that are asking us to look at what have we done to ourselves. So there's a rebalance here when it comes to the give and the take, and we may find that we've been giving too much in some situations so that we can keep something in our life. And in other situations, we have been stingy and we have not given of ourselves or of our resources or of our time because we feel like it's just a matter of time before they find us out. What are they going to find out? That we don't think we're as good as we appear to think we are. Others will forgive us if we're honest. Others will forgive us if we're open. This Pisces moon, this full moon coming up here, this is a recalibration here. We can have radical forgiveness, understanding, compassion come in here over the next, well, today up until the upcoming new moon in Libra on the 2nd. This is the window here of radical forgiveness, acceptance, and responsibility. For what it is that we choose. So I'll leave you with that, and I may check in with you guys later today, definitely tomorrow on the day of this important full moon partial lunar eclipse. Can't say enough about the kind of spiritual connection and return to source that comes as a result of this. So I'll catch you guys later.